when I was fully persuaded about God's affections toward me, and I knew exactly what God thought about me. God's principles were not hard to keep. When I became uncertain about God's mind toward me, I began to find fault in what God asked of me. I began to think that God's intent for my life never really had been established, and God's principle became hard to keep. Then I began to lose boundaries in form and character soon. I lost substance and shape and laughter in my care for the ever after. I was a constant negotiation instead of a stable force. When God had made me to be a ship, I had found more relief in being a sail, and then, with no time at all, heartbreak prevailed. Then I could no longer see this life for what it could be, only as it was, discouraging and insurmountable. It started losing sight of the thin and longing for the wind. That's the moment the wind picked up, and I didn't mean to go that far from shore, but when I looked up, I couldn't see the bank anymore. I couldn't trust you without seeing the wind, so I took my pieces and I flung them in the wind, and now the end of my brokenness is greater than the beginning of it. Then I decided I was fearing man. God had created me to be whole, because anger was easier than belief, and mischief was better than laying down with my grief. And that's when God and I became strangers. And I made form and shape and value out of chasms and voids of sorrow, and maybe he'll love me tomorrow. Perhaps baby will turn into my lady and come over for a night, will turn into stay for life, and maybe if I create a family, it will make up for the one that I was losing. But when day breaks over your heartache, it becomes clear. As morning's pouring in through your curtain shears, your soul's mourning as evidence that your body was never meant for rain. Tomorrow has come, and tomorrow is gone, and today all I have is memories of kisses with no intimacy and passion with no love, and my compromise for the gaze of his eyes. It is apparent to me that I'm that blind girl walking, I'm that whitewashed tomb. I know every verse, but I have no song to give to you. My passions have been spent on frivolous things, and my affections have been my bargaining chip. And when you didn't come through, I tried to come through for myself, and here's what's left. Absolutely nothing. In my dreams, I've been grasping for rocks, but they keep turning to sand in my hand, so I'm turning my back to my dreams, and I'm grasping for you again because I am that woman at the well. But don't leave me here because I have an ear to hear, and I'm that broken sister in need of being filled. But don't discard me yet because I still got depth. And my life has been marked by proud and hollow cries of why, and I've offered every complaint, but no thanks. Here's my woes, and here's my me. For I sing your robe, and I know I'm unclean, so I offer my knees, and on them my broken, shattered plea. This isn't a mumble prayer to get by. This is my one cry. I need you to show me what you see in me, and this time I will wait until I am persuaded, convinced, and fully swayed that my name was on your lips at the foundation, that I was your thought and creation, that I'm tattooed on your hand, and that I'm still your first plan. I will not move until you show me the bottles with my name on it that house my every tear, and I won't leave until I'm certain that you're stripping me of my fears, and I know I'm Israel because I struggle with it. I know I have the mark of Cain, but I know you're able, so take my unleveled foundation and make it stable. I know I've destroyed your temple, God restored. I know I've chased pleasure, but God redeemed me for your purpose. And I know I've longed for his touch over your hand, but help me to long for your heart more than his again. Because my bed is not eternity, and his lips aren't dynasties, and you can't make gods of men, or homes out of them, or empires out of sand. Because most people are merely sparks in your life, but I know there's at least one person that's meant to set your soul ablaze, so I will wrap myself in the wild of a daydream where only the brave one can think, just like you found me.